If you were upset about Tesla cutting out the free supercharging program pretty much forever, well, wait until I tell you what happened next, and you're not going to be happy. All right? I'll tell you what it is and what that really means, and what it really means on the grand scheme of things as we move forward into 2019. All of this is coming up next. Taking over the world, electrifying the world, Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of unbiased electric car news. If this is your first time, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. And real quick, shout out to one of my new Patreons, Frank Asada. Thank you so much for joining my Patreon community. If you want to support this show and watch me live, go to patreon.com/E4Electric. So thank you so much, Frank. All right, let's talk about Tesla superchargers. As you know, when I was a little boy, superchargers used to be free forever and ever and ever and ever. As a matter of fact, I'm really even considering not returning my car back to Tesla leasing because it has the free supercharging. Very rare thing nowadays, right? And then they started, as you know, cutting it down to like, okay, free supercharging, but just for the life of your ownership. And after that, when you sell it, second owner is not going to get it. Then they went into like $100 credit per year. Then they went into 6 months of free supercharging. And now it's really going to be gone at the end of this month. And it was a whole different controversy that, Elon actually cut that program way earlier than he originally, said that he would. But nevertheless, it is going to be gone. But only, 2 or 3 days after that, Tesla announced that, well, actually, they didn't announce. That's kind of the whole point of this video, that they didn't really announce. People found out, they woke up, and that the rates for supercharging is now much higher. As high as anywhere from 20%, which is a pretty significant hike, all the way to doubling it, depending on where in the world you are. Now, on average, and now this is Electric is saying that on average it's about 33% hike. All right. Now, I have another video coming up comparing the new Tesla rates with the Electrify America rates, which is an up-and-coming fast charging network here in the United States. There is one in Europe as well, it's called Ionity, but their pricing is so different that I can't really compare them. But I will compare it to Electrify America in my next video, so only more reasons to subscribe. But, by the way, Tesla already has done it once, where they significantly increased the rates overnight, and people were like, well, okay, it's still cheaper than gas and everything. Well, now it's getting kind of to the point where, depending what kind of gas car you're driving and where you drive it on the freeway or in the city, because you get much better mileage on the freeway than on a city if you're driving a gas car, but it's the other way around if you're driving an electric car. So it's really hard to compare, but all we know, if you essentially going to be doubling the prices, it's going to start getting there. It's really going to start getting there. And obviously, this is for travel only, because this is superchargers, and you're not supposed to supercharge there just on daily basis. But here's the biggest problem. And before we talk about that, let me just remind you that this video and this channel is sponsored by the StarmanGifts.com, the home of the adventures of Starman. Where's my copy? Here's my copy of my comic book, The Adventures of Starman. There's a discount code in the description of this video. Check it out, but they also have a lot of other awesome, cool things for you guys to browse through. So go ahead and check it out in the description. All right. So here's the problem that most people are really having with Tesla doing this. It's not so much that oh, it froze. Okay. It's not so much that they're upping prices, and that's obviously kind of an issue then, because when does it stop? Because people want to plan their car purchases, and a lot of times a lot of sales techniques that Tesla have used and still kind of using it on their website is that how much money you're going to save on gas. Well, if those prices are getting kind of close to what you're going to be paying for gas, then there's like one of the biggest reasons why people want to buy an electric car is going away. But the biggest issue is they never tell us. They never tell us where there is a refresh. They never tell us where there's a new feature coming out. They never tell us when the price is just about to drop or go up. So I think that's the thing, right? How hard is this to just, even if you do it a week or two in advance, right? Just say, hey guys, we need to up the pricing, and this is what it's going to be, and it's going to be starting the next month. And I don't think anybody would blink an eye, because essentially, think about it, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. I thought the free supercharging was cool for first year or 2 years once once the ball started rolling. But Tesla got really popular in 2014 and 15, and people really wanted to buy them. They had no problem selling them. So why do you even need free supercharging or referral program for that matter, when people are more than happy to buy the car with or without it? So I'm surprised it lasted for this long. Tesla says that Elon Musk says that they are really not looking to ever sort of monetize their supercharging network, and I think that there's nothing wrong with that either. I mean, the fact that they even have one is already a perk, right? Just the having it is the perk. But the fact that they need to make money on it or at least break even, that just kind of goes without this saying, I think. And people shouldn't really have expectations of free this, free that. And, it makes sense that you do have to pay a little bit. I just wish they would tell us stuff up front. Other than that, it's just always a surprise. You can never plan a purchase, such a big purchase. I mean, most people, car is their biggest purchase besides maybe their house, and you really need to plan it out 3, 4, 5 years ahead. When the company behaves this erratically and you don't know what your actual cost is going to be 3 years down the road versus like right now when you're buying it, well, that makes that decision much harder. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's okay to raise the prices like this overnight without a warning? Should there be a warning? Let me know. I'm looking forward to the comment section. Other than that,